On February 3, 2018, near the city of Sarakip in Syria, a Su-25 SM fighter jet crashed. To be precise, it was shot down. The pilot who had managed to eject was surrounded by militants. His name was Roman Filipov, and he fought back to the very end using a Stechkin pistol. But what if he had a submachine gun? PPK-20U, which we're going to examine today under a microscope, so to speak. Overall, our country's attitude towards submachine guns differs somewhat from the Western approach. They had Heckler & Koch, Chris Vector, P90, UMP, Uzi, and so on. Greetings from Counter-Strike, that is. We, on the other hand, haven't seen anything besides the PPK, as far as I know. That's why today is the first review of the PPK-20U. The first known submachine gun in our arsenal was the Bison because of its characteristic cylindrical helical magazine. It was developed by the sons of the legendary Mikhail Kalashnikov and Yevgeny Dragunov in 1993. However, it was precisely this magazine that caused the submachine gun to have significant reliability issues. It jammed almost every 10 shots. Therefore, they refined it and made the Vites in 2008 based on the AK-105 and AKS-74U. It's an assault rifle base which is characteristic of our submachine guns and first and foremost helps to standardize parts and make maintenance and the weapon itself cheaper. The PP-1901 Vitis was adopted by the Patrol and Outpost Service of the MVD, GPDD of the MVD, Non-Departmental Security, the National Guard, and other subdivisions of the MVD of the Russian Federation. Our PPK-20 from 2020, however, is no longer entirely based on an assault rifle. This allowed them to achieve a number of advantages. First, there's no unnecessary gas tube, an even shorter barrel, and a unified sighting line, which the Vitis didn't have, by the way. As you can see, this is a very compact pistol. If you fold it, its length will be only 42 centimeters. In the unfolded version, everything depends on the telescopic buttstock, so to speak, but it's still no more than 70 centimeters. The pistol grip, as with all weapons in the Ratnik series, is much more comfortable than in older assault rifles. You can basically forget about spending a fortune on tuning. There is a Picatinny rail on the receiver, so you can attach anything you want on all sides. And there is also a dual-sided safety selector fire mode switch, like on the AK-19 and AK-12. The weight is 2.6 kg. The polymer materials in the construction do their job. Here we have a human box magazine. A low-noise shooting attachment comes in the kit as well. It unscrews theoretically like this. You remove it. It's put back on the same way. And is screwed on. The sight is a diopter sight, the range is 200 meters. Here we have Kalashnikov collimator. You might ask, what do skillets have to do with this? I'll tell you right now. The PPK-20 fits on 9x19 Parabellum cartridges, yes, NATO caliber, and it's 50 years older than our PM caliber. Nevertheless, it uses not only this, but also 7 N21 armor-piercing rounds. You might ask, why do I need a skillet? And I'll say this. I'm going to try now to pierce through a skillet with a civilian round. I have 3 skillets like this, let's see what happens. We'll also shoot at a distance to see how convenient it really is to hit a target at 200 meters. And I have something else in store. Boom. The bullet flies, flies, flies. It expands, yes, we'll have the help of a fully anatomical skull today with all the implications. This was provided by the Ballistic Body Dream Company. In short, you can buy these things from them. I'll tell you how. But now, it's time to shoot. Let's say you've landed somewhere and you have absolutely no time to unfold the buttstock. Alright guys, see ya. I am going to assemble the buttstock after all, although I really like the recoil, it's very soft. The main thing, guys, I really understand, is that you need to really drive it in, so you don't have any kind of mishap. Let's see how convenient this weapon is for hitting targets in principle. I aim where I want to hit and I hit it, thanks to the Kalashnikov collimator sight. Everything happens ideally. Well, it's time for the skillets. A thick cast iron skillet. Will it be shot through by a civilian round? I have 3 of these skillets. Matt from the demolition ranch will be blown away by the scale of our shoot. He'd say 3 whole skillets. But screw it. Here she is, Beauty, standing here. I'm shooting from the distance of 50 meters. Later I'll shoot from 200 meters. And right now I want to see if this cast iron skillet, or maybe 3, can withstand this pistol round. After all, it's a pistol round. Automatic mode, 9x19 Parabellum, PPK-20U. I think I can see a hole gaping there. Yeah, you definitely can't cook anything in this skillet anymore. Man, I thought pistol rounds weren't that powerful. Okay, alright, let's set up 3 skillets in a row. There is a bullet in the chamber, if that, like in that famous Miyagi song. Let's work! Woo! Well, that was a bit too far to the right, wasn't it? Oh well. Let's go take a look. Oh yeah! That's what I love about KP experiments. You start with one thing, and you never know where it will end. And this is not about safety measures. One skillet is pierced. See? Beautiful. And just now, lead fragments fell out of it. In here. Here they are, the good lookers. 2 cast iron skillets, almost 2, could save your life. If you just started watching our channel and you're, not in the prime of your life, you can deflect bullets with skillets. At least civilian ones. But would an AP round pierce it or not? The switcheroo is as follows. We'll put the first target that wasn't hit at all. Second, the one that was barely hit. Third, the one that was hit quite severely. And also, I also want to bring in another piece of steel here.
Komandante, Che Guevara.
Strange, your shirt is completely dry and it doesn't smell. You know why? I learned that at Kalashnikov. By the way, you can subscribe to their club and there will be a lot of new things coming out soon. 7 and 21 armor-piercing round. A good looker. From 2009 or something. 3 skillets and behind is a piece of steel. What of this will stop our 7 and 21? We'll find out right now. You see? More powder. You can feel it. One, 2, 3. I'm out of breath. Look what's interesting. The regular lead core, or rather the lack thereof, created these big holes. Here it's smaller, a part of the secondary fragments flies out. And what we mean is this. The next penetration is already more defined, see? It's like the bullet was faster, but it wasn't. The third one is the same, see? It's small, and the armor-piercing core goes through. That is 3 cast iron skillets won't save you. It hits somewhere in a steel plate, and I hope it fills somewhere here. But most likely, I just won't be able to find it. Well, that's what one would expect. I thought so. By the way, what's interesting is that this PPK-20U also has a little case where you can hide a photo of your beloved girl. Okay, there you go. Alright, shooting at 200 meters. 200 meters is that white gong over there, which is round, the third one by count from over here. And I need to hit it. I think I'll have to aim a little bit above the target with the collimator. By the way, before I shoot, you're probably wondering where I got this jacket. I'll tell you. It's tech. Damn, I can't see anything with the shades on. Let's shoot from a kneeling position, I guess. Okay, watch. I'm aiming much higher now. Oh, you hit it? It was a ricochet, by the way.
Huh?
You've hit the ground and I ricocheted. Well, buddy, it's time for you to die on a Kalashnikov range. The company Ballistic Body Dream makes these kinds of things. You can buy from them if you Google it. iPhone camera and iPhone camera head, 9x19 Parabellum and PPK-20U. Let's see how this little head explodes from a pistol round. Nobody's ever seen this before. Alright, let's dive into this bloodthirsty content. Unreal! Buddy, this is bad news for you. Just take a look.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it seems like you can only really understand what happened to him in slow-mo. It's so riddled with holes. Okay, let's open it up. Yeah, I think comments are unnecessary. Well, the PPK-20U really appealed to me as a replacement for the Stechkin and so on. I think if they arm them, they arm our pilots with these, it will just be really good. Only downside, it seems like something blows pretty well into the mug, so to speak. You can pinch your finger suddenly. Well, in principle, this can happen with any automatic rifle and machine gun with a folding stock. That is, you can grab it and hit your fingers. Ouch, that hurts, ouch, as is said in the song. You need to get the hang of it to make sure you're properly pushing the magazine in. Because if you don't, you might have misfires, and that could let you down at any inconvenient moment. As for the rest, everything's fine, great. And yeah, if you like Kalashnikov products, and you naturally do like them because it's a domestic manufacturer that keeps up with the times, and I'm just inviting you to join the Kalashnikov Club, where there's a lot of new information popping up right now. Legal and judicial information, and about what kind of weapons you can use, how to not end up in trouble if they find a cartridge on you. And of course, I want to say that you need to join the Kalashnikov Club to keep up with the latest innovations that Kalashnikov is producing. Because they even have a UAV that's used as... what is it called? Anyway, they hang a drone that nobody can steal with wires. But more on that later, and now it's heavy caliber rockets with you. Don't switch away, it's only going to get more interesting.